This is Cheranyaa. Today we are going to see selection sort program. So now in selection sort, we'll take one example. So selection sort is used to, we are using this concept to arrange in ascending and descending. Now we are going to see an example of arranging in ascending order. So the example is, we'll take some 10 elements. Variable n of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Here 10, so index will always start from 0, it will end at 9. Let our example, be 44, 89, 56, 27, 15, 54, 63, 91, 8, and 11. This is our example. Now in selection sort, what happens is that if you are doing ascending order, here in selection sort, first we will check which is the lowest number. Now we can find the lowest number is 8, but the computer doesn't know the lowest number is 8. How does the computer find the lowest number? First we'll have a reference index. It will start with 0. We'll keep this as a reference. We will check other elements with this. Comparison with this. Is 89 less than 44? No, 89 is not less than 44. Next, 56 is less than 44. No. 27 less than 44. Yes. So our reference would become 27. 27, we'll take 27 as a reference and go to the next one. 15 is less than 27. Yes. 15 would become a reference. That is our minimum. Now we'll compare other values with 15. 54 is less than 15. No. 63, no. 81, no. Sorry, 91, no. Finally, 8. Is 8 less than 15? Yes, 8 is less than 15. So that will become our next minimum reference. Next, we'll check 11. 11 is less than 8? No. So our minimum value is 8. Once comparing everything, we will fix our minimum value 8. After this one is done, we will swap with what? The first index. First is smallest we are finding here and swapping with the first index. That is n of 0. So 8 would be 44 will become 8 and here whatever value it will become 44. Now we are going to do this and find the sorting. Next to smallest is what? Next to smallest is 11. 11 will be swapped with 89. This will become 11 and 89. And afterwards it will check this entire row. After completing swapping for 2, it will check from 3. So on, it will keep on checking until you get the last and finally your array would become sorted. Now this is for understanding what is the selection sort concept. I hope you've understood until here. Now the next part is writing the program. For this, we are taking array n. So first when we are writing a single dimensional array, integer. Since we have taken everything integer n, square bracket is equal to new int of our size. We are considering 10. Next, we are supposed to write one for loop. This for loop is for taking input. Whenever we write this for loop, this is common for all other programs of single dimensional array. We will keep it any variable, keep taking it as I. I should be less than the size 10. We can either give I less than 10 or less than equal to 9. That is 1 less than this size. I plus plus. After this, for taking input, how we'll take? Normally, we'll give n and take input. Here, since it's a single dimensional square brackets, here we would have I. That is different indexes will keep on changing. Is equal to n dot next int of. So this is for taking input. One for loop for taking input is over. Now in the starting itself, now we'll declare variables. So here when you're declaring variable itself, you can give int I. This is done. Afterwards, we will see what and all variables will come. And again, 1 minute. Until here you have done with taking input. Now we should do our logic. For doing our logic, we will have one more for loop. So here if we see, every time we took one reference index. For this reference index, we took until 8. Until 8 we took. Because until 8 only we can have our next number. If you take it until 9, there's no next number to compare. So here our for loop will become I is equal to 0, I less than 9. because until 8 it should come. After that it should not go, because after 9 you have to compare with the next digit. There's no next digit. So you'll put I is equal to 0, I less than 9, I plus plus. And next thing, here it would be our minimum. So we should compare now. So our minimum will start from first index. Next, one more for loop. This is for taking the next variable. So this will be what? Whatever I it is, next one it should compare. J is equal to I plus 1. And then J until where it will go? Obviously until the last one. J less than 10. J plus plus. So this is our for loop. Here now what we are going to do, here after writing this, we have to compare. What we should compare? M of J. Is M of J smaller than M of minimum? Our minimum is I. We'll compare. If yes, 1 minute. If this is true, then what would happen? Our minimum would change to J. This is our for loop. Here we have written the program ignoring the syntax, like basic importing package, public static void main, class name, declaration we are avoided. We are only writing the basic logic and first taking the input. Here and there curly braces, it might be like syntax errors might be there because we are only writing the logic. So this is over, our for loop. And then now what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to swap. How do you swap? If you take two variables, that is A value, let it be 44. You'll assign it to B. Actual B value is 54. So now when you assign, B value would have changed to 44. Again, if you put B is equal to A, B value what? 44. That will only be given in A. So everything would have the same number, same value. So no use of swapping. Now if you have to swap, you should take one more variable. Let it be C or anything. Here we are taking T. Now T would be first thing, or what is our first index? Here we have taken N of I. So T is equal to N of I. And next, N of I is equal to N of minimum. I'm sorry, here everywhere. So here what would happen if it is less than our reference index would change to the value given. Like our reference index would change to that J. Here we are taking J everything. Normally for doing comparing smallest and largest, you won't take this because here we need the positions and we have to swap. This is the swapping logic. And in exam when you write, you should do declaration. After you write the program on your own, and finally you can leave the declaration column empty and then you can fill it. I, J, T, etc. Like what and all you've used in this program. This is selection sort program. So now we are going to do a program. This program is based on bubble sort. Previously we have seen the program for selection sort. So in selection sort program, there after seeing the entire logic, here after doing everything, you will use one more for loop for printing. Basically for printing or ascending order. Now we have just discussed the logic of selection sort, so it's we didn't discuss it here. So for printing, it will be I will start from 0. Our basic for loop, I less than the size, that is 10, I plus plus. Here how will you print? You can give an SOP in the starting itself, the number in ascending order R, and then you can print it in this way, that is SOP M of I. So here what would happen? Then what is the index after you arrange? Here since we have used n, we'll use n variable, n of I. So after you arrange, you'll print everything. So that's in ascending order. Here they've just given SOP, so it'll print in the same, in the same line. If you want, you can give after writing this one plus once white space and then your wish. Now when coming to bubble sort program, so now in this bubble sort, we'll take one example. Let the example be here. We'll take n of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So from 0 we'll start from 9. So basically our total size would be 10. Our example would be 66, 37, 14, 9, 10, 15, 27, 81, 81, 72, 91. So this is our values which we have taken. Now this is our example program. What you are supposed to do is, in the bubble sort, either ascending or descending is possible. Here what we would do, here we will check the next number, 66 and 37. Is 66 greater than 37? Yes. So it will be swapped. Immediate swap will happen. This number would become 66 and this will be 37. Is 66 greater than 14? Yes. Swap. This number would become 14 and this would be 66. 66 is greater than 9? Yes. It will swap. Greater than 10, 15, 27, it will swap. And here it would be 66. And then 81. 81 is greater than 66. So no swap. And then like even if it would swap, it would remain the same. Now 81 is greater than 72. Yes, you would swap. This would become 81 and this would become 72. 81 is greater than 91. No swap. 91 will remain in its original position. If you see here, we everywhere went until here, and here we'll compare and we'll leave. So here what happens, by finding the greater thing and sending it to the right side, our greatest number would come to here. Second greatest, third greatest, and so on. Finally, our array would be in small ascending order, as you have seen here. So this is how bubble sort works. It will compare with the next number, and if it is greater than the next number, it would swap. So for writing a bubble sort program, basic thing. Now if it is n is there, so you will first declare int n of is equal to new int of our size 10. We are done with this. Now for one for loop, it will start with I is equal to 0, I less than our size, and then I plus plus for taking input. SOP statements and all we are avoiding, because this is just for understanding purpose. N of I is equal to n dot next int of, because this is scanner class, we will use this statement to take input. So on. Now what we are going to do, bubble sort, our logic. How will be our logic be? You can give, in the starting only you can give one line for declarations. Int I, comma you leave, finally you can complete this. Now what would be our bubble sort program? Here first we should start our program. So first for for loop, I value will start from 0. I will be less than 9, because after you do 9 times, it will obviously the last time you did not start, almost the entire array will be arranged. Suppose you see here 9 times you checked, which is the first, second, everything. Finally what will be left over here, that will only be ascending order now. So I is equal to 0, I less than 9. You just check this program once again, you'll understand why we have taken 9, not the entire size. So here m of j, if m of j value is greater than j plus 1, then what would happen? A swap would happen. So what is a swap? A t value will take the value of m of j, and m of j value would become m of j plus 1, because we are supposed to swap, and m of j plus 1 would be our t value. So this is how you would do swapping technique. And this is the program of our bubble sort. Here finally you will have one more for loop for just displaying. That is, will start with I is equal to 0, I less than our size 10, I plus plus, and SOP m of, sorry, here we have to n. From starting we took what? We took n of I. Here there's a little confusion in that variable. Here we have initialized everything for n variable. When they were writing the logic, we took m variable. This is just for understanding purpose. That's why here n variable was there and here m. While writing the program, you should take only one variable, that is n. Here we've given n, so we'll change everything to n itself. Sorry for this. So everything would be n, and finally you will display n itself. I hope you've understood the concept. The concept is basically to check the next one and swap it, and if it is greater than, it will swap, and so on, and finally the first highest would go stay in the last position. Next, when you're taking, you'll compare these values, and the second highest would go. Here this is just for initializing how you would initialize. We have initialized n variable. Here we have written the program for m. You can make it into n or any other variable you want, and you can use the one variable for entire program and write. That is our array variable, n, m, anything. So this is the program for bubble sort, and the previous one was for binary sort.